Okay, welcome back to Terence Payne Engineering. Okay, and I am going to be looking at mathematics today. Now I'm looking at GCSE mathematics, okay, and the subject area I'm going to look at is going to be ratio and proportion change of units, okay, and this is unit 11, okay. Now the unit 11 doesn't mean anything to you, but it's just for my own reference. It's just that these were handouts that we created so many years ago to provide to our students, okay. But as you know what students are like already, they never look at anything much. Right, let's have a look at where we are. Now ratio. A ratio gives us a way of comparing two or more quantities. However, two or more quantities can only be compared when they are in the same units. Okay. Now let's look at an example 1. Find the ratio of 2 centimeters to let me rephrase that. Find the ratio of 2 centimeters to 6 centimeters. Okay. And what we're looking at is the comparison. What is the ratio of? So the first thing we need to do is to check that the units are the same. And we know the units are the same because it clearly states as centimeters. In this example, they are in centimeters. Then write down the numbers as shown below. Now what I've done here is now always write out your question. Always write out your question, okay? So what I've done here, I've written this down 2 ratio to the 6. No need to write the units because we already know it's centimeters. Divide both sides. Now I thought I said here divide both sides by 2, but it's divide both sides by 2, okay? So what I've done here is rewrite my question. Divide both sides by 2. 22 goes once, 26 goes 3 times, equals 1 over 3. This gives me a ratio. I can then bring this to a fraction, but it gives me a ratio of 1 to 3. Okay, when I bring this here over as a fraction, it gives me 1/3. Okay. Now, trying to make sure that I explain this in a manner which can be comprehensible is not always easy, so forgive me. But what I'm trying to get across to you is that you can interpret this in your own way. Once you write out the question, you'll find that it gives you the solution because it tells the brain what you are doing and trying to achieve. Therefore, your brain begins to do the work and think in that way. Okay? It tells us that one measurement is 3 times greater than the other, i.e. 6 centimeters is 3 times greater than 2 centimeters. Example 2. Now, express the ratio 75 pence to £1 in its simplest form. Now, so we need to find, hang on, let me just bring this down a little fraction a bit. Make sure that I bring everything apart, across. Okay. We need to find a number that would divide into each number equally. That number is 5. Okay. So what I've done here is that I cancel down to 3 to the 4. But let's see why and how we did that. Okay. That's what I'm trying to make sure that I understand and show you how we achieve that. Now, let me just get a pen. Now what we're going to do here, this here, this here refers to all of this here, okay? Refers to all of this here, okay? Right? So what I've done here is 5 into 75 goes 15 times, so 15. 5 into 15 goes 3 times, so that gives me here 3, okay? 5 into 100 goes 20 times. 5 into 20 goes 4 times. Therefore the ratio is 3 to 4 and equals 3/4, okay, as a fraction, okay? Now here we're looking at express 4 to the ratio of a third in its lowest terms. What I've done here is these terms must be in the same units. We cannot have mixed numbers and fractions. So multiply 1/3 by 3 to make it into a whole number. So what we've done, we've multiplied both sides by the denominator of 3. 3 represents your denominator, okay? Of course, the 4 has also to be multiplied by 3, giving 12. This is the rules of fraction if you need to revise it, okay? So we now have 4 times 3, 3 times 1, that comes out as 12 to the 1, okay? 12 to the ratio of 1. Simply equals 3 divided by 3 equals 1, brings it down to its lowest term, which is the answer, okay? You can't go no lower than that, okay? This here is what, just saying what I did here. But I was trying to see if I can make it any easier to understand. Again, do try it and write out your work for yourself. Put pen to paper. Write out the question, excuse me. Write out the question so that your brain knows what it is trying to do. And you're telling your brain what you want it to do, okay? Now here, always write out the question. Okay, I've said that here now again. Right, now look at this, what I've done here. That's interesting. Give me a second there, let me just see if I could pick up my paper. I might have dropped it. Yes, I do. Okay, thank you. Now what I've done here, I've looked at A. Now express the following ratios in their lowest terms. Exercise 1, express the following ratios in their lowest terms. Now, what I've done here is to look at this in a written text. And you see here, look at A, okay? Two to the ratio of 4. Number 2 will divide into both sides. So what I've done here is divide 2 by 2 equals 1 and 4 by 2 equals twice. Or I can represent it as a half, okay? Now I've then gone on to B, and you can see B is here 8 to the ratio of 12. Okay, and here I've simply divided both sides by 4. Okay. And that gives me 2 to the 3, or 2/3. Okay. Now I've then gone on to C, which is 60 to the ratio of 150. And that there divide both sides by 10. That gives me 6. Divide 150 by 10. That gives me 15. Therefore, at this point in time, it's 6 to the ratio of 15. But I need it in its lowest terms. Divide by 3. 3 into 6 goes 2, and 3 into 15 goes 5 times. Therefore, it's 2 to the ratio of 5, or 2/5. Okay? Let me make sure my hand is not covering it up. I can bring it up for you to see. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now D. And D I've simply brought in as a different format to show you. Okay. And again here, divide by 3, write out the questions so the brain knows what it is required to do. Okay. And here I've given you your 18 to the ratio of 15, dividing both sides by 3, gives me 6 to the 5, or 1 1/5. Now feel free to question that, because some of you will want to try and know why I got 1 1/5, but you should know your fractions by now. Okay. And E, 4 and to the ratio of a half, multiply both sides by the denominator 2. Okay. 8 to the 1. Okay. Okay. Now, express the ratio of 5 to 75 pence, £5 to 75 pence in its lowest term. Now, you need to bring this to hundreds, so it'll be 500 to 75. Okay. Remember that. Express 400 meters to kilometers. You need to bring the kilometers to meters. Okay. All right. Now that's for you to begin to do for yourselves. Now, dividing an amount into proportional parts. Here I simply divide 5 It's okay. Okay. Now why 5? Because D3 plus 2 is 5. There are different ways of tackling this problem. One way is given next. Find the total number of parts. Okay, so you can see that. Now let's go down. You can see that 5 parts equal 500. Therefore, we've simply divided by 5. Okay, I've done this process here already for you. Okay, to find the value of 2 to the third, 2 and 3 parts, multiply 1 part by 2, then multiply 1 part by 3. And you can see that we have achieved our answers here. and our answers here. Now write out the question so your brain knows what it's trying to do or figure out, okay? Okay, and here you have your required ratios. Okay, solution is there. It tells you that there. Okay. Okay. Now, example 2, a line 30 centimeters long is to be divided into 3 parts in the ratio of 2, 3, and 5. Find the length of the longest part. Now, you should be able to do that based on the example that we've just done. And had you written out the work, you should be able to do it from paper. Now, put pen to paper, gentlemen and ladies, and whoever else. And here you have 2 amounts of money are in the ratio of 4 to 3. If the first amount is 24, what is the second amount? Okay. And this is something for you to do yourselves, okay? I will not be doing that for you, okay? And again here, we carry on down. Now, do these examples for me, please. Do these examples. Get practice, 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 practice. Practice makes perfect, okay? Practice. And same here, get this done as well. And that will need to be done, okay? You cannot do one part without doing the other, okay? Now, direct proportion. Okay. Now again, direct proportion. If two quantities increase or decrease at the same rate, they are said to vary directly to one another, which means that if 2 ice lollies cost 24 pence, then we would know that 4 ice lollies will cost 48 pence. 6 would cost 72 and 1 would cost 12. Okay? Etc. Again, write this down for yourself so that you know what you've been asked to do. Do the calculation, do the working out. Okay? Use your pen and pencil, put pen to paper. Get this done. Okay? Know each part that you're working with and how it is achieved. Okay? Do not ignore it. Do these exercises for me as well, please, okay? I'm not going to do this for you now. You can see that 7 pairs cost 84 pence. What is the cost of 5 pairs? Okay? Okay, so let me just give an example here. Okay, purely for guidance only. Okay? Now, if 7 pairs cost 84 pence, this will tell me here that I will divide that 84. I will divide 84 or divide 84 by 7. That will give me 12. Okay? So therefore I know that each pair costs 12 pence. So therefore 5 times 12 would be 60. So the answer here would be 60. Okay? 60 pence. Make sure you understand the concept and how it was achieved, and you need to be doing this for yourself, okay? Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Foreign currency, okay, again here, this is for you to do on your own initiative. Now remember that conversion of money is real and it still applies to the day. We are no longer using pesetas, I agree, but we're using euros, okay? But the principle and the mathematical calculations is still relevant. Imperial metric units, okay, make sure you get familiar with those, use them. You still need to apply them for yourselves, okay? Let me hang around this for a second so you can see what you need to be doing. Now write them out. Remember, you can pause your video if you wish, okay? It's essential that you understand the concepts. And here we're looking at convert a waist measurement of 24 inches to centimeters. And here you can see inches, okay? 24 inches equals 60 centimeters. Now be familiar with how that concept has been arrived at, okay? Now again here, convert 100 liters to gallons. 4.4 liters equals 1 gallon, okay, approximately, okay? Inverse proportions. Now here I've done a little bit, I was doing something here. You better ignore this bit of work here, because I can't remember what I was trying to do here. But I was trying to remember to work or something. Okay, it may have no relationship to the calculations here at all. But that is for you to decide. And again, write out the question and you should be able to come to a solution. Okay. And here, example, another way of solving this type of problem is shown below. Okay, now look at what the question is. 15 women can pack 2,000 articles into boxes in 3 days. How long will it take 10 women to pack the same quantity? Okay. And look at what the process has been applied in resolving the question. Okay. Again here, make your business to know what this means and how the answer has been arrived, and make sure you put in the answer here. Okay, that's your answer should go into here. So what does this represent? And again here, try this for yourselves. Okay, please bear that in mind that it is relevant. Put pen to paper, do the calculation. Don't just try to work it off the screen or work it in your head. Some of you guys just do things in your head, but yet you do not understand the concept and the process that you have employed in your head in order to arrive at the solution. Make sure you understand that concept. And here again, it's just showing you mapping scales. Scales can also be written as representative fractions. Example 1 to 500, it can be written as 1/500. okay, as a fraction. Okay, this is something that's for you to do yourselves as well, that I would like you to follow up on. Okay. Okay. The distance between the churches is given in kilometers, so this must be changed to centimeters to correspond with the scale. Now remember, when you're dealing with scales, you need to make the scale the same units. Okay. And here we are. Okay. That's unusual. Did I get? Okay. Okay. No, I'm just trying to figure out why it's giving me exercise 4. Okay, here is the answers, I think, to some of the questions. Foreign currency exercises 5. Okay. Exercise 6. Exercise 6. 1 second. Where's my answer? Did I get an answer from my previous? It's okay. I'm just reminiscent. Okay. 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 I hope you found this useful, and I'd like you to have a good day. Okay. And thank you for your time and observation. And please do let me know if there's anything here that I have missed or haven't made quite clear. But remember that it is important that you do some of this work yourself. You write out the question so you know what you're doing, and you're telling your brain what you expect it to do. Okay? It is in your interest and your interest only. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.